Okay, you guys, really quick, I wanted to do this quick little video. And I want to share with you guys my book collection. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. I don't know if you guys read books or not, but if you don't, I feel like you should. And I say that because I have learned so much. Like, I have learned so much from reading. And me reading has definitely, like, I have been able to really pour into myself, and I really, like, I learned that me pouring into myself, like, that's how I'm able to pour into others, and that's how I'm able to, like, not be depleted when I do, you know, pour into others, is I constantly pour into myself. And how I do that is by reading. I do watch like podcasts, and I do listen to, other, just inspirational messages and things like that on YouTube or whatever. But reading, I don't know, it's just something about reading a book. And for me, way back when, you could not get me to read a book at all. First of all, I'm a type of person that like to be up and going and moving around and all those different things. And reading is just like, okay, no, this is not what, okay. Anyway, I just wanted to kind of share with you guys some books that I have, some books that have really helped me just in life, in my single season, parenting. These books have really blessed me and my children, because whatever is being poured into me, I'm able to pour into them, and then they're able to pour into their friends. It just keeps on going and going and going. And that's the beautiful thing about just being in a good space where you are healthy and you are, really intentionally living your life just, the way that, God wants for us to live our life. So, it's just, I don't know. I just love, what I've learned from reading, and, and I love what I've learned from other things that I do as well. But again, I just wanted to kind of share with you guys some things that I read. Some of these books I have read, some of these books I am currently reading, and some of these books I have not read yet. But I'm going to let you guys know which books, fall into those different categories. But I just wanted to kind of share with you guys really quick some books that, I have on my little book collection. So first, I'm going to go ahead and get all of these out of the way. But I feel like these books are so important, these things, but I feel like it's so important to know for yourself. I think it's important to know when you're in a relationship, even when you're, oh my gosh, my phone is getting ready to go dead. I think it's just important, just period, to know these different things. So I have these books, The 5 Love Languages. I have a singles edition. I have one for teenagers. I have one for children, and then I just have like the regular basic one. And man, I tell you, these books will have you like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know, like I didn't even think of that. But and I really want to share this real quick because this is a mistake that I made just in general while parenting. For an example, my love language is acts of service, right? So I was showing love to my children by doing acts. However, I have children whose love language is gifts, whose love language is quality time, and whose love language is also words of affirmation. So I had to love my children in those ways, how they need to be loved, not how I want to be loved. That makes all the sense in the world, these books. Like, man, it's just, I'm so glad that I am able to really get all this information while I'm single. Of course, I wish I would have had this information before, I got married, or while I was in my marriage, or whatever the case is. But hey, it is what it is. Now, this is the perfect time for me just to take it all in, and just really, when that time comes, I'm able to use what I've read, and just I'm excited for that. So those all those books. And I'm so ashy, y'all. Let's go to the ones that I've actually read first. Relational Intelligence by Dr. Dharius Daniels. Y'all, this book is so good. This book has so many highlights in it for me because I love him because he's a teacher. You know, he's a teacher and then he's a doctor as well, but how he breaks it down, it's just so easy for you to understand. And I'm telling you, this relationships, we have to know how to win at relationships. I swear, like everything, when we don't know how to win at relationships, we don't know how to communicate, when we don't put people in the right categories, y'all, I'm telling you, like our life is just in shambles. It's chaotic and it's like, oh my gosh, like I don't understand. Read this book. Relational Intelligence is such an amazing book by Dr. Dharius Daniels, y'all. Y'all gotta know him. If you don't know him, look him up. Dr. Dharius Daniels, Relational Intelligence is a very amazing book. Another one of my favorites. Wholeness by Teray Roberts, y'all. This is another book that has a lot of highlights in it because this is a book like that I got when I first, actually, I don't even think I was in my intentional season yet, but this one encouraged me to like really be super serious about it, because once you read this book and you read what wholeness is and how you get there and what you need to do and all those different things, it's just very encouraging. And it just, when you read this book, you just really get a sense of understanding, and it really helps you. Like once you have that understanding of where you need to be before you get in these relationships and things like that, I'm telling you, like you will be so much more careful in choosing. You'll be so much more careful in just like even knowing when to like, you know what, I need to stay in my singleness. You know what I'm saying? Like you would just be so much more like just cautious about the decisions that you make. But this wholeness book is good, especially when you're in your singleness. You need to be whole. You need to be whole. It's not 50-50. It's 100-100. You cannot get into a relationship half empty, expecting for that other person to fill you up. You need to be there already. You know what I'm saying? And so that's like my thing. Like, we're not gonna get into that. That's a whole nother video. But wholeness, y'all. Pastor Teray Roberts. Oh, let's see. I'm dibbling and dabbling in this book a little bit. Boundaries and Dating, only because I'm not dating right now. But I kind of read it here and there because I'm just like, I want to like, you know, kind of be prepared when I do make that decision to give somebody a chance and I am dating. But so again, I dibble and dabble, but it is still a very good book. The things that I have read in here is very good. And of course, these are all faith-based books. So it's just, these are not books that are just giving you some worldly wisdom, okay? I don't even think it's a such thing as worldly wisdom, honestly. But anyway. Okay. Here we go. Relationship goals. I do read this. I kind of dibble and dabble in this a little bit as well, only because it's like I'm not like solely in a relationship, but this is not only for dating, marriage, and sex or whatever. Like this is a good book like for your singleness as well. So Pastor Michael Todd, he's very popular, very known right now. I started listening to him about 4 years ago, like when before, you know, he rose to fame, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But he's a very amazing pastor. I always will say to myself, if I ever got up and moved somewhere, I would move to Tulsa, Oklahoma to be a part of his ministry. Because he's an amazing man. And then what else do we have here? Oh, I have this one. I also have been dibbling and dabbling in this book as well. It's good. From what I've read so far, this is a very good book. Devon Franklin also brings a good word as well. And, you know, he's been through certain things in life. And this is a good book. Like, man, live free. This word came to me about 2 years ago. And I just always, like, anytime I ever thought about where I was in life or what I wanted to feel, it was always like a live free type of mood. And this book really inspired me. And this is a book that I definitely need to get back into. But I haven't been in a space to read. But y'all, I'm telling you, I am working on getting back to that space. I promise y'all I am. I promise you. Life just be lifing right now. But I do have these books. Another book that I actually have not read yet, I need to hurry up, is Homecoming. This is by Dr. Tama. She's amazing. She's a psychologist. She does couples therapy, and things like marriage therapy and things like that. That's how I first found out about her. A famous couple was doing marriage counseling, and I just fell in love with her. But this one I have not read yet, but I'm pretty sure it's a good book. Another book, let me hurry up, is this one by another book by Pastor Teray Roberts. It's called Balance. Y'all, if you ain't got balance, what you got and what you doing at this point? It speaks for itself. I haven't read this book yet, but I know it's going to be good, and I know it's going to be so helpful for me. So I am definitely looking forward to getting into that book. I don't want to read too many books at one time, so that's why I'm just like, relax. Like, it may be all good information, it may be, you know, whatever, but I really want to be able to focus on one thing at a time. And, you know, really whatever it is that I'm kind of like currently experiencing, that's where I really want to focus. I don't want to just be all over the place, listen to all these different podcasts and all these different, you know, pastors preaching. I really want to just kind of like focus in on a really good word, a word for me, a word for my life, a word for the season that I'm in. That's what I try to, you know, do. And then some other things that I do have like some devotionals for moms. This is by Karen Stubbs. And I have devotions for Sacred Parenting by Gary Thomas. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And those are like the main ones, you know, that I actually do read right now. I do have some other books, and I'll probably do another video because I don't want my phone to shut off on you guys right now. But those are the books that I have. So if you guys, I mean, I'm just going to encourage you guys to go and get the book. Like, highly, highly, highly recommend it. If it did not really help me in my singleness, I would not be putting it out there for y'all. I'm telling y'all. So yeah, so if you guys are interested, if you guys are into the whole reading thing, go ahead and grab a book. If you like the audio, go ahead and do the audio. They do have the audio version as well, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys have a good day. It's Christmas Eve, so happy Christmas Eve. And if I don't see you guys again, Merry Christmas. Have a good one.